Tesla stock surges as Trump plans to make it easier to get self-driving cars on the road. This taken from thedailymail.com. Tesla stock surged Monday thanks to rumblings over the weekend that the future Trump administration will adopt a federal framework for self-driving cars. Look at that, progress! Shares of the electric vehicle company led by Elon Musk, who has become a close ally of President-elect Donald Trump, jumped more than 8% in early morning trading. Bloomberg first reported the news that members of the Trump transition team have told advisors that they plan to make autonomous vehicles one of the Transportation Department's priorities. Why is that so important? Because autonomous vehicles will save countless lives. 1.2 million people die each year on our roads due to traffic accidents. If you are fortunate enough to have never known family members or friends that have died this way, then you are lucky. But consider for a moment those that have lost their spouse, parent or child at the hands of drunk driving idiots or phone-obsessed morons. Autonomous vehicles or even human-driven vehicles with the safety features of autonomous ones cannot come soon enough, in my humble opinion. The Trump team is also reportedly searching for policy minds to think up a way to regulate self-driving vehicles. There needs to be rules on safety. Who's at fault if there is a crash? I'd assume that the manufacturer would take care of that, and if someone else was to blame, the suite of cameras surrounding all autonomous vehicles would of course capture who's really at fault. There's also the issue of protecting user data, which requires implementing data minimization, encryption, transparency in data use, anonymization, secure storage, regular security updates, compliance with privacy laws, strict access control, clear data deletion policies, and restricted third-party data sharing to ensure that personal information is handled securely and ethically. Thanks, Grok. It's so good at condensing complex information into concise points, even if I am too stupid to understand some of them. Anyway, during an earnings call last month, Musk said he believes the future is automated electric vehicles. Non-autonomous gasoline vehicles in the future will be like riding a horse and using a flip phone, he said. This comes after Musk has fully embraced Trump by donating tens of millions to his campaign, speaking enthusiastically at his rallies, and now leading a proposed government agency aiming to cut trillions in federal spending. There's a good idea. Get your house in order and take control of that $35 trillion deficit before the inevitable total collapse of the US economy. Go Doge! The Department of Government Efficiency, which Elon Musk believes he can cut $2 trillion a year from wasteful government spending. It's worth pondering what the alternative would have looked like. More borrowing, more funding of wars, bury your head in the sand regarding this monstrous $250,000 debt around the neck of every American. Musk, who owns close to 13% of Tesla's outstanding shares, will certainly benefit from the incoming administration's new stance on self-driving. Musk got $15 billion richer immediately after Trump's historic election victory thanks to Tesla's stock rising, making him well worth over $300 billion according to the Bloomberg Billionaires Index. And I guarantee Elon is the last person on earth who gives a damn about that money. You might have noticed he prefers spending his time working on the most difficult problems humanity faces. See any of my previous videos for evidence of that. He does not spend his time on private islands and yachts, which is how most billionaires like to spend their days. Tesla stock has appreciated by nearly 30% since Trump defeated Vice President Kamala Harris. Yep, that's a monumental defeat, alright. I sincerely hope that the folks on the left are going to be open-minded enough to watch the wave of evidence that's going to be coming that will improve the situation for all Americans and further down the line the rest of the world, like here in the UK, where the effect of Trump's return is already having an impact on common sense. Best not go further down that rabbit hole for fear of sharing an opinion that my dear leader Keir Starmer might not like. As it stands, the federal government has put up significant red tape for companies like Tesla who want to sell vehicles without steering wheels or foot pedals at an industrial scale. All of Tesla's vehicles still have steering wheels and foot pedals, but come with the ability to turn on autopilot, which allows the car to steer for you within lanes. Most newer Teslas come with full self-driving, which is more autonomous than autopilot. On this mode, the car can merge on highways, change lanes and park automatically. And drive you for hours around Las Vegas intervention-free, as I've just sampled. Yes, it's mind-blowing and coming to all Teslas soon enough. Card in the corner if you want to watch that. However, the system hasn't been perfected yet, and there have been several serious reported mishaps. One man claimed his Tesla didn't slow down when there was a train crossing the road, forcing him to swerve at the last second to save himself. It's called Full Self-Driving Supervised. Clues in the name there, Tesla driver. Pay attention. When the time comes, it'll be called FSD Unsupervised. In July, a Tesla Model S that was on full self-driving mode crashed into a motorcyclist in Seattle, killing him. This is obviously tragic. The Tesla driver is 100% at fault, since he should have been supervising and ready to take over. This was wholly avoidable and made even worse by the admission of the driver, who said that he was looking at his phone. For goodness sake, people, put away your phones whilst driving. It might save yours and other people's lives. Just imagine living with yourself if you'd taken somebody else's life because you're on your phone. Not worth the risk. When using FSD, Tesla's internal camera now watches your eyes like a hawk. You cannot glance away for long before the car kicks you out of FSD for the remainder of your trip, and at worst, doesn't allow you to use it for a week. As of now, you simply cannot use FSD if you are not paying attention to the road. Any changes to how autonomous vehicles would be regulated would likely involve Trump's Transportation Department issuing new rules through the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, NHTSA. The NHTSA is responsible for issuing the Federal Motor Vehicle Safety Standards, which, for the most part, dictate what is and isn't safe for cars. It isn't clear if the Trump team is looking to alter those standards to make it easier for companies to deploy self-driving cars. Either way, an act of Congress would be necessary in order to pave the way for mass adoption of autonomous vehicles. There is a bipartisan piece of legislation that's being discussed by people involved that would create federal rules on this front, Bloomberg reported. In October, Musk unveiled Tesla's driverless robotaxi after years of promising customers this very thing. It's a bit passive-aggressive, isn't it? Oh, the day that folks give credit for achieving the impossible rather than dumping on production timelines. It's so easy to criticise things, isn't it, Daily Mail? Perhaps a bit of positivity towards what Tesla are striving to achieve with autonomy is in order, but of course, we'll never really know just how many accidents and deaths have already been avoided thanks to Tesla's software, let alone how many lives in the future will be saved. Let's hope the rest of the world speeds up its deregulation towards autonomy and we can get on with other such monumental tasks like transitioning the energy sector to renewables, mass-scale battery recycling that will one day reduce the need for mining more materials, as 95% of batteries' inner components can be recycled indefinitely. Let's look forward to building and converting homes into energy-independent ones, where these connected microgrids can provide enough power for all our needs and give you energy independence. Let's look forward to a more prosperous, safer, cleaner future thanks to Tesla leading the way with autonomous electric cars. The article continues, the futuristic autonomous car has no steering wheel, pedals or rear window and has just enough room for 2 passengers. Launched at the We Robot event, the all-electric vehicle will cost less than $30,000 and only 20 cents per mile to run. Musk claimed the car, which owners will ideally be able to lease out to earn passive income, will enter production by 2026 and could be on the market before the end of 2027, although Musk has since revealed that this car will be hitting mass production in 2026. At the same event, Musk also introduced an autonomous delivery truck called the Robovan. Like the taxi, the Robovan has no steering wheel or pedals. It can seat up to 20 people or could be converted to carry goods, Musk said. However, he gave no details about production, timeline or cost. Yes, that did seem a strange end to the article by cramming in the We Robot event highlights, didn't it? But if you'd like to know more about Tesla's Cybercab, click this next. Or if you're considering getting a Tesla someday or want to know how a petrol head goes from 0 to 100% Tesla fan quicker than plaid speed, click this instead. I'd love to hear your thoughts below. Get involved no matter what your view. I'm Will, this is the Tesla Jigsaw. Thank you, Patreons. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.